What's up guys, in today's video I'm going to be talking about the big fight that's taking place on Saturday in Australia. You've got George Kambosos Jr. who's got a record of 121, lost 3, 10 KOs, taking on Jake Wyllie, who's got a record of 116, lost 1, 15 KOs. Wyllie stepping in for the injured Dawood Yordan. So he's a replacement fighter. He's stepped in on short notice to take this opportunity to take on George Kambosos Jr. Talk about the undercards as well, but before we get into that, let's talk about the main event itself. It's an interesting matchup. George Kambosos Jr. is making his debut at 140 pounds, so junior welterweight limit division. Sorry, he's going to be making his debut in there. It's going to be an interesting matchup. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how Kambosos does in this new weight class, because obviously he lost to Lomachenko in the previous fight for the IBF lightweight title. Lost to Lomachenko. He beat Maxi Hughes, and then he had 2 straight losses against Devin Haney. Now, the fight itself, in this fight, Wyllie's going in there with the unknown. It's the fact that he's not on his resume. This is his most experienced fighter that he's faced, experienced boxer, sorry. If you think about it, you know, Kambosos has beat Tiafimo, he's been in there with Lomachenko, Devin Haney. Wyllie hasn't been in there with them sort of guys. So it's hard to go against George Kambosos Jr. in this fight. But Wyllie's got that hunger and that determination, and he's young, so he's going to be going in there, and he's got that thing about him that, you know, he wants to prove a point. So it's like what he was saying when George Kambosos posted a message on his Instagram and his X as well, saying that, you know, it's not a Rocky moment for Wyllie to come in and step in, and, you know, this is not Rocky the movie where it's like that moment where, you know, he's going to pull off an upset. So, but you never know what can happen in this game, in the sport of boxing. I am expecting Jake Wyllie to do well, you know, come forward. Like I said, he's got, you know, he's 116, and out of those he's got 15 knockouts, so he's got the power. So it'll be an interesting fight while it lasts, I feel. But like I said, George Kambosos Jr. has that experience and that mindset as well, and the IQ as well. So let's see how it turns out and what happens. Personally, I am backing George Kambosos Jr. I think he'll be a bit too much for him, and the experience will pay dividend in this fight. But let's see what happens. The undercard itself, you've got a very good undercard alone. You know, you've got Sky Nicholson defending her WBC featherweight title. Sky Nicholson's got 12-0 against Tiara Brown, who's 18-0. Very, very interesting matchup. Sky Nicholson is, you know, very good amateur background, and, you know, Olympian, and she's just really good. Fast hands, fast beat, good movement. Tiara Brown is going to be in the fight. This one is genuinely a 50-50, this fight. It's hard to call because I think it's going to be a very, very good, interesting matchup. You've also got Chanika Johnson versus Nina Hughes 2. So that's the WBA bantamweight title. So it's a rematch. So this one's Johnson's got a record 16-2. Hughes has got a record of 66-1. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. It's a rematch, so I'm looking forward to that as well. You've got Tira Moana versus James Singh, heavyweights. So that's Tira Moana's record is 6-0. Singh's record is 12-5. Tira Moana is so exciting to watch. You know, he's got that power. He's got that excitement. He's really, really good, brings that action, and the name alone is just got a catchy name, hasn't he? So it's gonna be a good fight, and I'm looking forward to seeing him back in the ring as well. Iman Katayev is taking on Dovel Elias Palacio. That's light heavyweights. Katayev's got a record of 9-4. Palacio's got a record 14-3. You've also got Hemi Ahio versus Akabok Arayan. And that's a heavyweight division. So you got Ahio's got a record of 23-1. Arayan, who's got a record of 9-3-1. Good fight, you know, very good fight matchups alone. The undercard, like I said, it's stacked. It's going to be very, very good, and I'm looking forward to most of the fights on there. But yeah, like I said, the co-main event is going to be very interesting. And, you know, the main event, I'm looking forward to seeing how George Kambosos does. Generally, Kambosos Jr. can keep it on the outside, but use his movement and just, cause a lot of destruction for Wyllie. Wyllie's got the hunger and he's young as well, so it's just going to be really, really interesting. I'm really looking forward to the matchup. But let me know what you guys think. What do you think of this stacked card? What do you think of the main event? How do you see it going? Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment down below, hit the notification button, hit the like button. Triple B Boxing TV. Thank you.